This is Darshana Gauchan with your B2B Cambodia Market update for August 28, 2025. The Cambodia Securities Exchange Index was up 0.03 points or 0.01% and closed at 405.4. Total trade volume was down with 44,384 shares changing hands at a total value of 218 million real or over $54,500. On the main board, two stocks were up. Leading the market was Pestec Cambodia up 1.16% or 30 real to 2,610 real per share, followed by Sihanoukville Autonomous Port, which rose 0.17% or 20 real to 12,000 real per share. On the downside, three stocks declined. The biggest loser of the day was Phnom Penh Water Supply Authority, which dropped 0.32% or 20 real to 6,220 real per share, followed by Grand Twins International, which was down 0.28% or 20 real to 7,120 real per share. Phnom Penh Autonomous Port was also down 20 real to 13,660 real per share. Meanwhile, Royal Group Phnom Penh SEZ, Akleda Bank, MJQ Education, and CamGSM remained flat. Over on the growth board, JS Land was up 0.36% or 10 real to 2,780 real per share, while DBD Engineering dropped 0.98% or 20 real to 2,030 real per share. Akleda Bank recorded the highest trade volume of the day with 21,574 shares changing hands at a total value of 146 million real or over $36,000, approximately 49% of Thursday's trade volume. Royal Group Phnom Penh SEZ recorded the second highest trade volume of the day with 7,607 shares changing hands, valued at 15.5 million real or nearly $4,000, about 17% of the total trade volume on August 28th. In other market news, Akleda Bank has received approval from the National Bank of Cambodia and the Securities and Exchange Regulator of Cambodia to issue a $100 million subordinated bond on the Cambodia Securities Exchange. The bond carries a 7.5% annual interest rate with a 7-year term from 2025 to 2032 and is open to subscription from qualified investors. According to Akleda Bank, the issuance will strengthen the bank's capital structure and support both corporate growth and Cambodia's broader socioeconomic development goals. Moving on to the exchange rate, the Khmer Real to USD was stable at 4,008 real per US dollar, while the US dollar index was slightly down to 98.08. Looking at global commodities, oil fell on Thursday after rising in the previous session, pressured by expectations of lower US fuel demand with the end of the summer travel season and by the restart of Russian supply to Hungary and Slovakia. Brent crude futures dropped 19 cents or 0.3% to $67.86, and West Texas Intermediate crude futures declined 29 cents or 0.5% to $63.86. Gold held firm near a more than 2-week peak supported by a weaker dollar and U.S. interest rate cut prospects as market participants awaited U.S. inflation data due this week. Spot gold was steady at $3,394.60 per ounce earlier in the session. Bullion touched its highest point since August 11th. U.S. gold futures for December delivery edged 0.1% higher to $3,451.60. U.S. stocks looked set to edge higher on Thursday, even though a tepid forecast from chipmaker Nvidia was fueling fears that demand for artificial intelligence may have plateaued. As of the time of the Cambodian market's closing, futures tracking the Dow Jones Industrial Average were up 94 points or 0.2%, S&P 500 futures added 0.1%, and contracts tied to the tech-heavy Nasdaq 100 were edging up less than 0.1%. This was Darshana Gauchan with your B2B Cambodia Market update for August 28th.